All right. Well, it says that we're live. So welcome back, everybody. It is July the 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching this back later, by all means, leave a comment. We will respond to you. And as y'all can see, we are inside.
Yeah.
It is miserable hot. Plus, we're babysitting a dog here on the floor, Ruger, who had surgery last week, and we have to monitor his wounds. He can't get in the pool, can't get it dirty, all these different sets of rules that the vet gave us. So we just figured it'd be wise to do it inside today.
Plus, if he goes outside for 5 minutes, he's like begging to come back inside because it's so hot.
It is miserable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. As Jay Hess just said right, there's definitely a live stream inside with AC kind of day.
Absolutely.
That is correct. So welcome back, everybody. We're just going to chit chat for a little bit with you if it's your first time watching. Typically, we're outside, a little bit more of a entertaining atmosphere, I guess. And we'll do a little cooking, all that good stuff. But since we're inside today, we're just chilling in the AC, hanging out, y'all. It's straight up miserable here. We're in the 90s right now, even though it's late in the afternoon. And I just checked our weather station. It still said it was right at 107 after it factored in the humidity and everything else. It's just take your breath away. Feels horrible out there. And heck, I've been outside in it all day long, though, although mostly in the AC inside my equipment. But I did have to get out and do a little bit of work there for a little bit. So let's catch some comments here. I'm stuttering because I'm hearing my echo on the wall and it's dead quiet in here and I'm not used to this. No, we've got fans blasting and then it's outside and we can hear chickens and all that stuff. So of course everybody is talking about the temperature here. I think somebody won it. Yeah, Robert. Well, that was a few days ago. Robert and Larry both say they've seen up to 120, which is insane. Larry was saying now it's 102 and it's cooled off to that. If that's your cool off, that's crazy.
We're over it.
I'm so over summer, y'all. I'm so over it. I'm ready for fall so bad. I've been trying to split some firewood and do some other stuff, and it just takes your breath away. You pour and sweat, smell like a boar hog. And I'm sitting there thinking about, can we just get to fall and winter so I can burn this wood and actually enjoy the heat and get that first little shiver of the year? Oh my goodness,
I cannot wait. Because I've been inside trying to keep an eye on Ruger, so I haven't been able to go out there and help you.
Yeah, you feel so bad, don't you? Sitting inside in the AC, and you can't come outside. I'm sure you feel so bad.
Doctor's orders, we got to keep a good eye on him. So.
All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. Catch a couple more of these questions. Somebody just said, I lost it. So happy you guys are being inside tonight, says Larry. We're happy too.
Thanks,
and if
Larry.
y'all don't like it, tough, get over it. And I'm not going to guarantee we'll be outside next week either. Now we got a lot going on next weekend. I'm not sure if we're going to do a live stream or not, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we are, but I will announce that later in the week. If you don't see me announcing that we're not, then it's going to get scheduled and we're going to absolutely be doing it. But we just got a lot of stuff going on this coming up week. So hotter than a trash panda in an oven, says half pint. I'm sure some people won't understand that, but I totally get what you're saying there. Oh man, I tell y'all what, we need some rain so bad. I see some of y'all talking about that. It's been quite a few days since we've had a rain, although there's a bunch of high chances this week, so we'll take it. And me and you are going to try to get the place mowed tomorrow and cleaned up. I tried to go out there and mow some today with the tractor, and the tractor overheated, y'all. I mean, straight up alarms, stop symbol come up, engine overheating. You just can't go out there and run a heavy duty mower mowing thick grass when it's probably was 110 or 112 at that point. The tractor just said, So I was able to make a few strips, had to put it up. So we're going to have to get up really early in the morning, or I might have to do what I did last Sunday. After we got off the last live stream last Sunday, I went out there and mowed till like 10 o'clock at night. It's so hot that I literally have to go do work late at night.
The best time.
I know, but I don't want to be out there at 10 o'clock mowing. So Justin said, it's almost as if you guys don't have a kitchen in your house. Well, we pretty much don't need one with as much as we cook outside. Isn't that the truth?
We cooked outside today. I had a real quick meal that I wanted to whip up on the Blackstone. So
that's right. So Mikey, I see that you're asking about my GMRS license. So again, thank you so much for those radios you sent out. I do officially have my license. I got my call tag. I can't repeat it. I don't remember what it is. It's in my email, but I got that, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, they officially approved me and got back to me and said, you're good to go. But I got to log back into that FRS website, if I remember correctly. That was a little bit of an aggravating process. Luckily, I found online a full walkthrough, because you've got to go to what was it, like 4 different sites and all these different little hidden areas, horrible sites, worst sites I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what the government's thinking there. They're not very good at websites, that's for sure. But I do have it now. We are official. We've got our GMRS license and we can legally use our radios.
All right.
All right. Glenn says, hello, you marvelous people. Well, thank you, Glenn, and hello to you. Just hanging out in the AC in the house tonight. So, Adam, thank you so very much. That was so generous of Adam. He just gifted out 10 memberships to people. And speaking of memberships, Tiffany and I have been talking back and forth, something that we're going to add now. So typically our memberships, we just do some behind the scenes stuff. And sometimes it's lacking when we don't have big projects going on, although we're going to start one this week. Pictures, short clips, things like that's what we typically do. But we've decided we're going to start doing an additional live stream, a members only live stream every month as an extra thank you for the people that are members.
Absolutely.
So I think we're going to start that not this coming week because we've got so much going on, but maybe next Thursday. And we'll play around with the dates, the times, and get it all figured out. But we're going to try to do a minimum of one of those a month to spend some more intimate time with the people that's going above and beyond. We thank y'all so much. But with that said, we always are planning to have our content for free, our every week live stream for free. We're not promoting this as a sales tactic. We're just wanting to give something back for something that people are already doing. So we'll announce that here, but I think it's going to be not this Thursday, the next Thursday. We'll set up a time and we'll have a members only live stream. Start hanging out with y'all on
That's the plan.
Maybe some Thursdays. And like I said, we'll get it all figured out. So thank you so very much, Adam. We truly do appreciate you doing that right there. Peyton says, when's the next podcast? Next Thursday, but we're going to call it a live stream. Hey, goodness gracious.
We kind of forget about that, don't we?
We kind of do forget about it. Y'all, we're spread so thin with all the content we're trying to make and all the other types of channels and the other social media sites that we work. We just get to those when we get to them, and we haven't got to one in what? 12 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, goodness.
Yeah.
We really do need to get another because, boys, there are plenty of things to talk about. We're all the time out there talking about stuff. I'm like, that would have been a good podcast.
Yes.
So let's go down here and catch another one. Half Pint says, I just got done grinding stumps in this nonsense. Oh, and I don't think they make AC stump grinders, do they? So you've been outside grinding stumps in this mess. I've been out digging stumps today. So funny thing that we did that, digging trees, and then did have to get out, spend some time with hands, cleaning some stuff up, walking around. So I did get my taste of the heat today as well. Oh, that water's so good.
I know.
Josh, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much. That's extremely generous of you right there.
Thank you, Josh.
Hello, sorry not been here in a bunch of weeks. I've been super busy. Yes, and we completely understand. Life is busy. I mean, look, since Cash is not on yet again, although he did get on to me earlier today, and he's working like crazy long hours, several hours from home on the railroad. They're doing a lot of preparations for fires and fire season over there. We'll rag him too. See, you're not the only one that hasn't been here. Cash has just been slacking. So,
well, welcome back, Josh.
Yep. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. So Jacob just jumped on and said, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon from inside the house with AC. And Mr. Gray all the way from Kincardine, Ontario, Canada.
Hey, Mr. Ron.
Hello. So Andrew and Sankey wants to know how's the inside garden doing. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell them about that?
It's doing pretty good. So I don't know. We might have did it for nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and tell them about it.
We went ahead and dove into the carnivore diet this week. We've been talking about it for a year now.
Yeah, at least
a complete, because I remember being in the pool last year and us talking about it. So I said the heck with it. Like, we've talked about it enough. Let's just do it. So Tuesday we started it, and it's actually been pretty good, except for a couple of symptoms. But
well, yeah,
that comes with
Adam's favorite symptoms. Adam will know exactly what we're talking about.
It's actually been good. I've been very creative with a lot of the meals, and they've been delicious. So we're liking it so far, right? You like it?
Yeah, and I love how Andrew and Sankey says, are y'all still thinking of doing the vegan diet? Oh, no, exact opposite.
Anti-vegan.
Yeah, so literally after the live stream last week, we're talking, and she's like, forget it. We've talked about it. We're doing it tomorrow. And we weren't even prepared. We hadn't swapped our groceries over nothing. I'm like, whatever at this point.
We've talked about it enough.
Yeah. So it's actually been really good. The first couple of days, the carb and sugar cravings were kicking my butt. Headaches, lightheaded. That's to be expected. Your body's having to figure out how to run on something completely different. And then your body wants to clean itself out. We'll keep it as friendly as we can there. That's a very popular and well-known symptom to this. And then over the last many days, I was starving the first couple of days too. I couldn't
Oh
eat enough
gosh,
meat,
I
which is
know.
weird because normally that
He's like,
bloats you.
make more meat. I'm like, my gosh.
Well, my body was craving carbs and sugars and crap food, and I'm not giving it to it for once. So over the last few days, perfectly fine. Stomach back to normal. I actually felt like I had a lot of energy today, even when I was outside sweating and working
I
and all.
didn't today.
I did. I felt good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I feel like I could take a nap. That's just the heat taking it out of you. But I just felt um, good. And here's the other thing. We've been on it 6 days. I've already lost 4 pounds.
I've lost 5.
She's lost 5.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it looks like, because I'm losing about a pound a day here all of a sudden,
Yeah.
it's looking like for the first time in years, I am going to be under 200 pounds tomorrow. I am 200 on the dot today. And I was just 225 not long ago. And I started me a little bit of a diet, cutting out. We tried to cut out pretty much, not, I won't say all processed foods, but the majority that we could.
Yeah.
And we started cutting out a lot more carbs and sugars. And I lost 20 pounds
And we
over.
were fasting.
Yeah, and I was doing intermittent fasting, and I lost 20 pounds over a few months, and then I stopped. I just stopped, hit a wall around 204, 205, couldn't budge no matter what I did, and we even made some more cutouts of calorie drinks and other things that I thought was going to help. Just been at a
Yeah, and I think
standstill.
that kind of helped us transition to this because
Right.
we were already, doing better with our food choices.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wasn't as big of a shock to our bodies probably.
So I'm excited about it. I just had to get another belt, and now I've went down 2 notches just this week because I guess bloating is gone, and I'm on the last notch of my brand new belt. I guess I'm about to have to start ordering new belts and everything else. So I can't believe how quick we're seeing results. Here's the other weird thing.
With a new wardrobe.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's part of it if we're going to be healthier. But here's the other thing. I'm already starting to see, even though we're only weekend, and I thought it was going to take a month or more to see some signs, I'm already seeing less inflammation. I've always had gum issues, the gums that swell, especially when I floss my teeth and things like that. That swelling's almost non-existent now. Even eating meats and all, which used to inflame my gums, skin rashes, things like that are already trying to go away. Y'all, get processed junk food and carbs out of your life. You don't have to go carnivore. You don't have to do none of this stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to do what I'm calling mostly-vor, where I'm going to eat the majority of meat, but put some occasional vegetables or fruits in that we grow that I know is healthy, doesn't have chemicals, all that stuff. But I'm going to kind of play around with this diet. But right now we're kind of doing mostly, she's doing strictly meat. I did slip some watermelon in, but I don't care if it's coming from the house. And I'm already dropping weight like crazy, already starting to see that I feel differently.
Yeah.
Skin's looking differently.
And I was eyeballing
inflammation.
watermelon today. I was like,
well, I went through all that trouble growing them watermelons this year. No chemicals, no pesticides on them, no nothing. And I just pulled out, y'all, a gigantic Jubilee watermelon. I was like, I let it sit out there for days, and I was like, nope, no, I'm gonna have some of that
now
watermelon.
that we got all these vegetables and
I know
everything.
our freezer's full of vegetables and everything else, but we're gonna be serious with this because I at least want to give it. I want to do it at least a few months and see the benefits of it. Drop the weight. I want to see what my blood pressure does and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there's lots of reasons. It ain't just weight. I actually could care less about the weight. I want blood pressure improvement and inflammation and skin issues and stuff that I've had my entire life. And even 6 days in, I think I'm already sensing and seeing there's some improvements there. So that's kind of exciting. All right, that was an hour of talking, and I just missed a ton of comments. I'm just going to start flying through and cherry picking some there. Sorry about that. But we're kind of excited about that, as you can see. Let's see, Adam, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, dude.
Thank you,
You
Adam.
just did the membership stuff. He said, you think it's bad to get your big boy license? I'm not ready for ham license just yet. Although now that we're on carnivore, we can eat all the ham that we want. Dad joke. No. GMRS and the old school CV is going to be good for now. Ham may intrigue me down the road when I can find some time. And I don't have a clue when that'll be because it seems like we always, every day, plan some new project or something new. Oh my goodness. Life can get crazy.
The list goes on.
Mikey, my radio guy, and Adam. Thank you so much, Mikey. He says,
Thank
in
you,
Maryland
Mikey.
for 40 days, went crabbing yesterday. Ooh, crab sounds good.
Well, it does sound good.
Called a half a bushel,
All
got
right.
sunburnt. I can see that happening. And congrats on GMRS. GMRS now to set you up with a GMRS repeater. And I'm still not 100% sure what all that involves, or if that's something I even want to get into, we'll have to discuss that further on the repeater thing there. But Mikey, thank you for all that you do for us. We appreciate you so much. So Brett says, yeah, it's definitely hot out there. It just said 110 10 minutes ago in his truck. Oof. I don't know where you're at, Brett. Sounds like Texas or Arizona or somewhere to be that hot this, well, I'd say this late in the afternoon. It's after 7 here. You could be somewhere where it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Okay. Oh, goodness. I just lost my comments again. I got to scroll all the way up. Okay, Sharon says, question. I talked with Hammer last night for about 5 minutes. He's having phone issues and can't access the internet. He said, tell everyone hi and that he loves you.
Hi.
And I actually emailed Hammer again today. So if you talk to Hammer again, tell him I've done emailed him twice now, including a few weeks ago. Haven't heard nothing back because somebody else asked me to reach out to Hammer and trade emails. So we're definitely thinking about Hammer. I know he's had so much going on in life. He's in our thoughts and prayers. Hope he's doing well. I see he's back to fishing. Yeah. You better be careful out there on those boats doing that stuff. But if any of y'all talk to Hammer, tell him he's got a couple of emails in his inbox that I have yet to hear back on. So yeah, Geoff says, so any pickled pizza or homemade sauce videos in the works?
So I finally completed my roasted garlic today, and that was my main thing I was waiting on, was to get my garlic roasted. I meant to do it a couple weeks ago and forgot. So we smoked over the weekend, smoked some meats, and what?
But what about this carnivore diet?
No, but I can show the recipe of the sauce, of making the sauce.
Well, she makes a pickled pizza. We're gonna have a cheat day, that's for sure. You can't just make it to show it.
I could just do 1 can of sauce instead of like a big, huge batch.
Yeah, I know, but you're still saying we're gonna make a bread pizza, a carb pizza?
No. I can just make the sauce recipe.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can get you the sauce out, which we can't eat right now. If we decide to reward ourselves, have a cheat day, which everybody says you don't do on carnivore.
I mean, I would definitely want to give it a little bit longer before I really, really, really cheat.
Yeah, we need to do a few weeks and really see how this impacts our bodies and how we feel about it.
Yeah.
And then that'll give us a good enough time to clean our system and put something like a breaded carb back in and see how it truly makes you feel. That's the cool thing I'm excited about with this diet. Is you get all the processed junk out of your life, the sugars, everything, and then you can reintroduce stuff after a while once your body's at an even keel, and you can truly, for the first time in your life, see how something impacts you. Because when you're constantly taking in processed foods and sugars and junk all day long, and you're dealing with me like some rashes and inflammation, you don't have a clue what's causing it. You don't have a clue at all. But when you finally get your body just clean and then try some stuff, there you're going to find out there's certain things that your body does not like. You have weird reactions, and certain things that it tolerates just fine, maybe energizes you.
So Keith nailed it. He said making pizza with ground chicken. I'm going to try that.
Yes, we are going to try that.
That's my favorite food. So
y'all, so reason this week I think has went so well. First of all, who doesn't like steak and other beef and stuff? But the recipes that she has been coming up with are awesome. You don't have to just eat a steak every day.
Like, we've gotten real creative with it this week. I've made like they call them poffles. So it's made out of pork rinds and you make like a little waffle. So we made buns for a hamburger. That was really good.
But it's made out of eggs. You didn't say that
well, pork rinds, eggs, cheese. I wasn't going to get into all the ingredients.
We're eating straight animal products only. We're not doing the line diet where you just eat a steak every day. If it come out of an animal, including some
We're trying
dairy.
to be a little easy on the dairy.
Yeah, we are.
Because I think that is something that my body doesn't necessarily agree with completely. So we're being easy on the dairy. So we made that. I made some little chicken fries out of pork rind. And what else did we do? Oh gosh, I made steak tacos, and I made like mozzarella cheese tacos, and we put the steak in it. That was really good. What else did we do?
And we're not trying to eat as much cheese as it sounds like.
And I mean, we're eating a ton of beef, but yet I'm trying to change it up so we don't get bored with it. I don't want to get bored with it. Like tomorrow we're going to do chicken wings, which I need to thaw out. So we're kind of changing it up with a lot of different meats, but yeah.
And then today we had poor man's brisket that I smoked yesterday. We had country style ribs. So we're putting some pork in there too and other stuff, but it's mainly going to be beef because that seems to be the best meat for us on this diet. As soon as, like I said, as soon as I kind of feel like the weight's where it needs to be, all that's my least concern. Blood pressure's where I want it to be. Body feels good because I don't want to get too skinny either. Now, I don't like that. I'm personally in my mind, I'm going to reintroduce some stuff. And then my plan is probably always keep it at like a 90% meat and 10% other type of diet. This at least get us back to a point in our life to where now we've been strict enough on ourselves to get sugars out and processed junk out that's chemical laden and that your body is not designed to digest. And once you've got that habit broke, we don't have to reintroduce that mess. We could still
Yeah.
maybe do a vegetable or a fruit or whatever you
Or
decide down
pizza.
the road, or the real bad cheat day pizza. Yeah, I can see where this is heading, but we're at least going to get ourselves healthy. I want some good blood work. I want some good blood pressure numbers and all this other stuff, and then we'll ease into some things. But let's do our best to never reintroduce this chemical processed junk ever back in our life. And we weren't bad with that to begin with, but most people think that's Oreos and all this other junk, but we're talking
Ours were like sauces,
yeah,
like
sauces
steak
and
sauce and, all that other stuff,
you
all
get
the
to reading the
dressings and
ingredients and
stuff like
stuff you
that.
thought were good, and there's stuff you can't even understand back there. And then, like, you were reading some stuff the other day we thought was good, and what it said come with an engineered food
Yeah.
product and all. And I'm like, oh no, that doesn't sound good.
Bioengineered,
Yeah,
I was like,
bioengineered
I
food
threw it away.
products.
It was taco seasoning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's a bioengineered food product doing with that? I don't even know what that means. To be
Yeah.
honest, it don't sound good.
It's not.
Natural ingredient, or I don't want to eat it right now. All right. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So Glenn says their air conditioner went out Tuesday,
Ugh.
got it fixed Friday. I've seen a few of y'all mention that. This is the worst time of year. And this is one reason too, that if our unit goes out, so I bought a very basic unit because parts should be on a local truck. And if it does go out, I have like 3 window units that you can bet I will stick in everyone in this house. And I don't care what it looks like. We're still going to run some AC in here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I bet as well insulated as we are, 3 little 110-volt units probably wouldn't make it an igloo in here, but I bet it would make it tolerable. And you're talking 350, $400 right there with those things that I already own. All right, so Texas Homestead said, I guess I'm going to have to be a members only club instead of donating. He says. So I guess that means you're joining a membership. But thank you so very much for what you did there. So Dino says, should we put some flowers on the kitchen bench? That's totally up to her what she wants to. Or maybe he's talking about the flowers on the kitchen bench.
Yeah, that's my little decor back there.
Tiffany made those.
I did make it.
Yeah.
I like to make flower arrangements, so I've wanted something for the bar to kind of give it a little bit of, decor up there. So that's what I made.
All right. So Stephen asked, how are the excavator videos doing? Decent. The wood splitting one surprisingly didn't do well. I thought people might be interested in seeing how I was using the excavator to cut wood, and I posted that video on Friday. All the other ones doing well. One's doing really well. So I don't think it'll be a problem. And I did some stump digging and stuff today. I got my new 12-inch bucket in. It worked awesome. It's going to be perfect for digging stumps and firewood. So I'll edit that video and get it out Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't really remember. I'll have to look and see what I got going on there. Okay, so Kim says, just wondering if EcoFlu sent you any coupons. I get some tomorrow, Kim. I think I'm going to spend 1,000. Sounds like a lot of money. And I want to buy it through your Amazon link, but if no coupons, I'm going to buy it through their website. Actually, the coupons typically work on their website. So if you can hold out till tomorrow, I emailed my contact today and said, hey, you got your big Prime sale going on all month, plus Amazon Prime Days is coming up 16th and 17th. I said, I need some links and if there's any coupons. She's normally very good at responding to me. So if I can get something tomorrow, by the way, just respond to me via email and say, hey, don't forget about me, because I get so many emails. I'll get up and check it in the morning and give you whatever she sent me. I'll absolutely do that. And thank you so much for asking about that. So Pile Driver says we need some venison. Yes, we do. All of that's very, very lean, but we have ways to add fats and everything else back to it, because this is a very high fat diet that we're on, that we've chosen to be on. You have to have it, actually. High salt, high fat, which sounds so weird to me, but when you've taken all the other stuff out in your life, you've got to have something to fuel your
the
body.
salt part is not going over well for us because we are not used to eating
I don't like
a lot of
salt.
salt. So we're trying to cut back on that when it comes to the recipes and all that, because it's.
But when you're not getting salt via junk food, and there's tons of salt in junk food, you've got to kind of naturally put it in your food, because it's a good mineral that you really do need, and a good electrolyte. So Lance, thank you so very much. I am way behind, as y'all can see. Appreciate you. Said a couple more treats for old Ruger.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So I guess we'll talk about Ruger, because see, there's Miss Lee asking how Ruger's feeling. And I know we're behind, but hey, some nights are like this. We'll just pick a few comments and do long talk. So y'all, old poor Ruger had a rough week last week and scared us to death on one day. So he had surgery on Tuesday because he had a very unusual
Enlargement.
enlargement in his reproductive area, we'll just say. So he had to be neutered. We could not get it down. We've taken him to emergency vets, regular vet. We had him on antibiotics for weeks. Nothing was putting it in. It was getting worse. So we had to kind of get him into a rush surgery on Tuesday. It's supposed to be your typical neutering. Well, it went well, except the vet was very concerned because what he took out was several times the size of what it should have been. It wasn't infected. It was just looked natural, looked normal, but crazy swollen. Kind of went up into his body some as well, and they had to remove that all out. And then the vet was concerned enough they had to send it off to a pathologist, and we were hoping to get that report back on Friday. It looks like it's going to be tomorrow. They're testing it to see if there's, maybe anything cancerous or a tumor or anything with it. He says as young as Ruger is, that shouldn't be the case, but you just don't ever know. So we decided to send it off and try to get the results. So here's the problem. He's left with, I'll call it a prune. Since I know we have kids watching, he's left with a prune that doesn't have things inside of it anymore. And it starts swelling up really bad around Thursday.
Yeah, about 2 days after
Yeah,
surgery.
Tuesday. He was good for 2 days, just, doped up, all that good stuff, anesthesia. And then around Thursday, he starts having some major swelling. We thought it was fluids re-entering the area that just had something
Which
removed.
could be a normal process. But yeah, you can tell the rest. Yeah.
So that's what the vet thought. Well, it got really bad Thursday night. So we rushed him up to the vet Friday. The vet tried to remove fluid because he thought that's what it was. It was not fluid. It was unbelievable inflamed tissues in the area that was just empty, just an empty balloon. We'll just use that term right there. So that kind of really scared the vet. They gave him some steroid shot, antibiotic,
and a sedation medication.
yeah, all at the same time, which I guess that's kind of normal. And he had a major allergic reaction to them. By the time I got him home, he was hyperventilating, muscle convulsions, just stoned out of his mind, just
drooling,
pouring drool, hyperventilating. We knew
intestinal issues.
Yes.
Really bad intestinal issues.
Scared us to death. I thought I was about to lose my dog.
Yeah, he did not look good at all.
No, he looked horrible, just hunched up, just spaced out. And I figured, okay, the pain shot they gave him, typically that'll make you spacey, maybe drool a little, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't make you hyperventilate and go nuts. That's the exact opposite reaction you expect. So we had to get him rushed back to the vet, and they were concerned enough that they had to keep him all day Friday, monitor him. Luckily, those medications wore off, and now he's on pill forms of certain or different types of medications. And they put a note in his file that he had allergic reaction to one of those couple of shots, and they'll never give them to him again. And it was extremely rare. Luckily, his swelling started going down yesterday. He's having a good reaction to the oral steroid that we're giving him and other stuff. So right now he's on the mend. He's passed out. He's doped up. But tomorrow is the last big result that we need to find out, the pathology reports on what they removed and if it's going to be free and clear, if there's a concern there, and then we have to start developing a plan and figuring out what the heck's going on. So there's a long story. Long story. There's the long story long for Ruger right there. A lot of people have reached out and asked about him, so thank y'all for that.
We're just ready to have him back to normal.
I know,
but he is loving the inside life.
Yeah, I said I'd never bring him inside, but I didn't know he was going to be having surgeries either. And the vet was very adamant that he can't get the area wet and he can't get it dirty. I'm like, well, that's impossible for an outside dog that loves to swim and dig. So she's like, he's got to come inside. I was like, nah. Yeah. I fought it, and I was like, you're right. He's got to come inside. There ain't no way we're going to keep it clean and keep him having.
We bought him a surgical suit that he wears every night so that we can make sure he's not licking or doing anything to his incisions.
They sent him home with the worst cone I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was a megaphone. I got to repaint the house. He was running into everything, scratching everything. He doesn't know how to move with this comb. It was horrible. So that surgery suit was the way to go. That way it can completely close him up on the bottom. And again, he can't lick.
Plus, he was not keeping that cone on. They told us at the vet, they said, This guy back here, he done broke out of the kennel twice. He's taken off the cone twice.
Yep. He was Houdini there. They were like, "Oh, you're here for Ruger, the one that keeps." He figured out how to unlock his kennel twice. Unlock it and push and get out. And
they came back from lunch break and he's just walking around back there hanging out.
hey, goodness gracious. So there's the long update on him right there. Oh, goodness gracious. So Texas Homestead again. He says, as long as it's not OnlyFans. I wish I had OnlyFans money, but I don't have OnlyFans body and content. How about that? He said, I see enough of Andrew's legs when he's chainsawing. Oh boy, that's pretty good. Is Chris on the night? Because he's probably going to love that comment.
Chris is here.
Especially me chainsawing with no chaps. That's pretty funny. Thank you, Texas Homestead. So Dino wants to know about chickens, and how they're doing with the heat.
They're doing really good. They've been eating a lot of watermelon. They're happy. So they look happy.
They have been eating a lot of watermelon.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So Adam, oh gosh, Adam, I'm about to put you in timeout. Meds for the sore back door fund. And we'll just leave it at that. It wouldn't be a weekly live stream if we didn't talk about that. Thank you, Adam. Oh goodness, I am over it now. I'm good, but we did
speak too soon.
I did have a couple scary moments. We'll leave it at that. Which I already knew that was part of this diet, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Things got interesting there.
Change the subject.
So glad I can work from home, because this would be a tough diet to start if you don't work from home.
Yeah.
You need to take a week of vacation to start this diet, then you're probably good.
Exactly.
If you know what I mean. So Larry wants to know how the outdoor area is coming. Not seeing a lot about that lately. Solar array for the house, all that good stuff. So it's been hot, and we've had a lot of other stuff going on. We do plan to start back on the outdoor area this week with a custom build that I think is going to be enjoyable. I don't know if I'll get it done fully this week, but that's coming. We'll go ahead and give the members some sneak peeks there, as we promised we'd do. Solar array will come shortly after we finish this big addition to the outdoor area, because now that we're running into the major part of hurricane season and all, I really want to get the solar done. Plus, people are always asking about that content. If you want to see it, we're going to make it. And I've already got the panels anyways. Done spent that money, so let's do it. Okay, so if you buy a belt, I suggest Hank's belts. I think I've heard of Hank's belts. Lifetime guaranteed, made in the USA, hard to beat. I'll look into that. But good thing I didn't buy Hank's belt recently, because literally I've worn my new belt 3 months, and now I've got to go get a different belt.
S?
Yes. I'm sure that's a really, really nice made belt. I'm pretty sure I've heard of those. So have I noticed my sweat stinks more since you went meat only? No, actually I haven't. And I have sweated a lot this week, but I haven't noticed that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So Joe, oh, sorry to hear that, buddy. He says, need prayers. Found out now that I have kidney cancer. We'll find out Thursday what they're going to do for treatment. Joe, I'm so sorry to hear that. It seems like this is just all too common these days. And I know there's a lot of people in our community and in our family here, as we call it, that's dealing with very similar stuff. I mean, a lot of people in here. So if you need thoughts and prayers, 100% ask for it. We have a lot of people here that truly believe in the power of that. And if you ever need to reach out to somebody, need somebody to talk to, I know a lot of y'all talk and share your emails. Some of y'all talk on phones. Some of y'all become friends. Don't hesitate to ever reach out to people here. We've got a great community of people. So keep us updated. We're so very sorry to hear about that, but we pray that you will get good treatment and good results. You always got to stay positive. There's a lot of people that went fully in remission. Miss Lee's husband just did, after dealing with some very serious cancer. My mother did. So it's always a possibility out there that you can treat this thing and come out of it better on the other side.
Yes, we hope that's the case for you. Absolutely.
Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. I am somebody says TMI, Adam, isn't that the truth? I'm literally about 100 comments behind, so I'm just gonna have to fly down and start cherry picking a few more. Have we tried cauliflower pizza crust? Asked Crystal. Yes.
Yes. I did buy the Costco cauliflower pizza. I know it's not homemade or anything, but I love that one. It tastes so delicious. You can hardly taste the cauliflower, but we like it.
Yeah, we like cauliflower anything, and we did a lot of cauliflower substitute. Cauliflower, did you say
mashed
the
potatoes?
Mashed potatoes. I was going to say rice. It's mashed
those
potatoes.
are my favorite. They're like twice baked potatoes, but they're cauliflower.
We love. I'll eat raw cauliflower. Like, it's one of my favorites. Man, I love vegetables. That's why I was kind of hesitant on going to the carnivore diet. I really do like vegetables, but eventually I'm gonna slip some back in and watch how they react to my body, and then just pick me a few that maybe I want to go with. So Texas Homestead again, thank you so very much. My goodness, you're on the roll tonight. He said, I'm on the whole foods diet, whole pizza, whole cheeseburger, whole Philly steak. You
You're
have a whole,
funny.
you got a whole belly too? Oh my goodness. Hey, I get it. I've been on that diet many times throughout my life. I think a lot of people are on that. So Corey says, I'm late. Are we doing carnivore? It's amazing. Yes, we are. So watch back, Corey, when this is over. We just gave probably about a 15-minute long speech on it. The good, the bad, the funny, our experiences.
Yeah.
You probably understand if you're doing it. Yes, we're 6 days into it. She's down 5 pounds. I'm down 4 pounds. We're past the initial headache and just
We're not
change over
6 days
face.
yet. Tuesday will be 7.
7's tomorrow. We started on Monday.
No, we started on Tuesday.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought we started on
No, we
Monday.
started on Tuesday.
Wow, we're 5 days
Yeah.
in. She's 5 pounds down. I'm 4 pounds
Yeah.
down. And bloating, going like crazy, literally down 2 notch sizes in my belt. So that's crazy. I'm already seeing inflammation getting better, skin rashes, things like that. So I don't know how we're seeing results this quick, but we are. I was thinking it was going to take 30 to 60
Yeah,
days to
I
see
was
that.
not expecting to see much
Next thing
difference
I want to
between.
see is a reduction in some blood pressure. And as we lose weight and just get things in check, just about everybody I know that's on this diet sees dramatic drops in blood pressure. That's what I really, really want to see, because I already keep my anxiety, stress, and blood pressure levels high with as busy as I keep myself and the way I stress myself out thinking about the next project and what you got to do and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to some
Yeah,
positive
and the one
benefits.
thing I think that'll be good for you is to get a clear mind too from this, is what a lot of people say that
Yes,
they,
brain frog.
yeah,
See frog. I'm saying frog. Brain
fog.
fog. I need that going because I already get scatterbrained anyways, thinking about 5,001 projects at one point in time. And then, like I was telling y'all last week, you walk back in the shop, what tool did I come in here to get? Or what was that measurement? And then you got to go back. I want that mess gone. I really do. Okay, let's just scroll on down and just cherry pick another one because I am so far behind. Try some bison. I don't know if we can get bison on any of the places we shop.
I believe I seen it at the store in the hamburger meat. Yeah, they had Wagyu, they had bison, all
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah.
So have a friend on carnivore that had to introduce a couple vegetables back for some fiber and digestion purposes. And we may find out that that's the case for us and we have no problems.
Yeah.
At least I don't, introducing something back if I feel like my body's really telling
Well,
me
we
you have
absolutely
to have
love
it.
vegetables, but of course we're gonna try to really eat the ones that we grow to kind of
Yeah.
keep it pure and
So
organic.
all right, so right below that, somebody says fiber update, but you're talking about a different fiber. I was like,
Yeah.
well, what, you want to know about food fiber again? No. So I got an email last week that said, get ready. Somebody's going to be contacting you, scheduling your installation. Well, I haven't heard nothing, and I'm ready for fiber so bad. And I had a friend who just got it, although he lives an hour away from us, but he got the same type of fiber we're getting, same company and all. And he bought the 1 gig package, and believe it or not, he is exceeding the amount. Maybe not once more people get on, but he's getting over a gig down and over a gig up. And I bought the 2 gig package. Y'all, if I get anywhere near that, even if I get a gig, I will be ecstatic. I can literally click a button to upload a YouTube video, and it'll probably upload in a few seconds to a minute or two.
That'll be nice.
Whereas when we first started this and we was doing it over phone years ago, it would take like 8.5 hours to upload a 15-minute YouTube video. And if it didn't upload correctly, or if I had to change one thing and re-upload it again, it would take me 2 and 3 days sometimes to get a single video out. Oh boy, those were the days that I do not miss right there. Oh.
I'm about to have to refill.
Yeah. So if you cut your foods with added sodium, you'll really cut weight. Lost 55 pounds cutting sodium. And here's the thing, we're having to increase sodium because, well, we've cut all the foods out with sodium, so we're actually having to add it back because sodium is necessary in certain amounts. So yeah, we pretty much have cut everything out with sodium. So what about the firewood roller holder for the tanks? Firewood roller holder. I'm not sure what your firewood
Firewood what?
roller holder. What do you mean, Corey? He says, what about a firewood roller holder, like for the tanks?
For
Oh, I
firewood?
get what you're saying. A
Oh, to
roller
roll
for the
the, oh, yeah,
trees.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I have that. It's called an excavator. I can just roll it over there, pick it up, and cut it. I get what you're saying. It took me a minute there to process it. See, that's that brain fog. I got to get the heck out of here. Probably just going to play around with the excavator. I'm still going to figure me out a good ebb and flow out there. I'm thinking I'm messing up trying to do everything in one day. I think one day I need to go grab everything with the tractor because I can run it back quickly. And I think I'm going to move my wood staging area, by the way, closer to the barn. And then I just need to cut. I just need to do a full day of cutting, get mounds of cut rounds everywhere. Then I need to do a day of splitting or another day of splitting or another day of splitting. Just trying to do everything in one day with so much equipment moving around. I feel like I don't think that's very productive. So I'm going to play around with what I'm going to do out there. Right now, honestly, I'm just doing it around the heat. I'm not going out there splitting for a full day, for example, because it's miserable. But if I can go out there and get a third of a cord split, I'm happy. Go out there and do that again. Do that 3 times. You've got a cord. Keep doing that for you know you've got 10, 12, 15 cords put up. I'm not going to get to where I want to be this year, but when winter gets here and there ain't mowing and there's no gardens no more and all this other stuff, and I got some free time, I'm planning on splitting like crazy. Winter's my splitting time anyways, just because it's so hot down here. So Shane says, would love to see a video about your Polaris Ranger, what you like, what you don't. You probably don't want to see me make a video on the Polaris Ranger
That
now.
thing is beat up.
It is beat up. It is not running well. We're just running it until we get the last bit of life out of it. We haven't, we've had really good luck with it over the years. It's 2011 model, but it's really showing its age. And I've replaced a ton of stuff on it. I'm kind of at the point of, I'm tired of putting money in it. We're just going to run it. Like it occasionally shuts off on us or bogs and gives us issues. And
But it's been really good.
it has, but now it's old, it's ancient, and it's really wore out. It really, really is. But we're going to try to keep using the thing. So I knew this was coming tonight, and I've already seen it a few times. We'll hit on it briefly.
Yeah.
So I know you like to stay out of the political world. I do. What are your thoughts on the attempted assassination yesterday? So thoughts. We'll keep this short and sweet, because I know it's on everybody's mind. First thoughts were pure anger. Angry, upset, mad, disgusted, like I'm sure a lot of people were. At the end of the day, it just makes me ultimately sad for our country, where we're at, and this agenda that's been pushed by both sides, by the way, by both sides, of let's pick a team. Take your red pill, your blue pill. Somehow this has turned into a football show here. Whose team's against whose team? Whereas at the end of the day, it's ultimately we're Americans. I don't care personally who you vote for or what your thoughts and beliefs are, because you've been raised completely different than me. You've had a whole different atmosphere, a different upbringing. You
Different experiences.
different experiences. You have every right to believe what you want to believe. Now, with that said, I feel very, very strong about who I would like to see win. I have very strong beliefs about all the craziness that's always brought up in the media and talked about everywhere else. But that doesn't mean I'm right. But those are my beliefs based on, again, all those factors, my upbringing, my life experiences. So it's not right for me to judge somebody else on theirs. What happened yesterday was unacceptable. Doesn't matter if I could care less if that was Biden up there, Trump. Nobody should have any attempt like that. We as human beings don't have the right to take somebody else's life. Disgusted with that, angry. Don't like the way the whole situation was handled, personally, from what you see. But we've always been the type on the channel. There's plenty of other channels out there that talk about that stuff. You've seen them flying up with live streams last night and everything else. I mean, there's just tons of channels doing it. We just don't try to go there. We don't do the let's put Tiffany in a bikini on the mower and get 1 million views. We don't do the let's try to clickbait the world and talk about the politics. Those are hot topics that get tons of views, and we could probably be retired if we pushed that type of content. But it's just not an avenue that I want to go down. It's not something that we just really like getting into with the channel. But yeah, who wouldn't be upset by what happened yesterday? That's just completely unacceptable for any human being to do that to anybody else. So that's kind of our short, down and dirty thoughts on it. Just because we don't talk about it and bring it on the up on the channel doesn't mean we don't have strong beliefs on things. We absolutely do. But I've always wanted this channel to be about DIY content, education, fun stuff. I want people to come here to get away from all that other stuff
Exactly.
that all the other channels are pushing. And they're pushing it because it's hot topics and they're making tons of money off of it. But I've never been the type of guy to like drama in my life or problems. That's why I don't really watch news. Obviously, I'm watching it now after this event, but I don't watch it in my daily life. I just want to make good, fun content, good, clean stuff. And I want to be around people that want that as well. And you're perfectly fine for asking that question, by the way, because it's on everybody's mind. So that's all I got to say about that, as Forrest Gump would
The
say.
end of the story.
Okay, so can I explain what our memberships are about? Is it different than part of being a patron? So yes, so Patreon is a completely different site. Actually, Mr. Doug, everybody knows Mr. Doug, was on me for a year to set that up, and I did. And we've got a handful of members over there, but I mean, unbelievably generous members. It's kind of like a membership thing set up like YouTube memberships is. And Mr. Doug was a big part of me doing YouTube memberships. I think we did them about a year
You
ago.
started up everything, huh?
Yeah, I didn't do them forever, and y'all are asking, because it's honestly just people that saying, hey, we want to support you. We know more of our money goes to you when you do memberships or Patreon and stuff like that. That was Mr. Doug's big thing, so that's what I set it up for. Well, obviously, if you're going to set up something like that where people are paying $4.99 a month, you're supposed to offer some perks. So our perks were we'll do the occasional behind the scenes picture, maybe occasional reel. Now we're going to do the occasional members live stream just as a hangout with y'all, something a little extra. Thank you. Oh, and the other thing that we've started, whenever I do really cool videos, we allow them to play sometimes hours or maybe a day early before it posts. But like I've always said, we don't push that stuff. We don't even bring it up. We let y'all bring it up because we're not out here just begging for things. I don't believe in that. Where was I going that we set all that up because people were legitimately asking about it, and I felt like I needed to give a little something back. Some people may feel like that's plenty, some people may not feel like it's enough, but we know what people are doing. They just wanted a way to support us and knowing that more of their donations were going to you, because it is impacted based on how you donate, where you donated at, all that good stuff right there. And some people were asking about that a lot about a year or so ago. So that's what it is. You can do it by the month. And like I said, we'll just occasionally do updates, live stream. Next week, we'll do some more updates on this super not so secret project that we're working on. We'll let people see it ahead of time, let you see some videos early, things like that. And that's mainly whenever I can actually get my button gear and get videos edited ahead of time. I used to always stay about 2 weeks ahead of time on content.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Now, sometimes I'm trying to rush and finish one and edit it and get it out same day. And I hate being in that position because all it takes is me getting the flu or being sick for a few days and I am behind or to get a major project like we're working on. And, I can only get one video out a week and then I hate it. I like to stick to a routine and schedule, but sometimes you can get there, sometimes you can't. So, Texas Homestead, again, thank you so very much, says,
Thank you.
please go get you some Redmond salt. Do you know about it?
That's what we have.
Okay, that's what we have. Oh,
Yep.
one step ahead of you.
I bought the it's a little well, I wouldn't call it a starter kit, but it has 3 different flavors in it, and then it has the regular salt because I love my seasoning. So I got the garlic, the onion powder, and then the seasonal, and then the regular salt. So yeah, it tastes pretty good. Still very salty though.
Yes, and I'm really not a fan of salt, but we're actually have no salt in our diet at all. We have to add it, and I know it's necessary. It's something I need. So Pest Hunter says we're ordering a weed burner. Boy, those things have been popular. And Gas Buddy on your Amazon. I'm assuming you're talking about our Amazon affiliate. We appreciate you so much for doing that.
Thank
Love
you.
my weed burners. I use them all the time for starting fires and burning weeds, all kinds of stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Prayers for Ruger. Appreciate that, y'all.
Thank you.
And this has actually been a common question this week, probably because everybody is burning up and roasting. Any recommendations on a countertop nugget ice maker besides freezer? No, I really don't, because the one I was recommending has been discontinued. Now there's a whole nother model, and I can't recommend it because I haven't tested it. I don't really want to keep getting into doing reviews and stuff like that, to be perfectly honest with you. I might do that on our review channel if somebody reaches out, but as of right now, sadly, I don't have a nugget ice maker to recommend. Plenty of other ice makers, but not that one. Ours is still kicking and running great. And I forget the last brand that we have. I feel bad now, but it's been a while. Is that the Freezemer? Yeah, it was the RW Flame. Before that was the company that really upset me that I cut ties with. Our Freezemer's still running just fine.
And now it's
discontinued. But that's normal. I mean, you come out with a new appliance, what, once every couple of years? That's perfectly normal.
Appliances are.
Yep. Okay, see, everybody's just now talking about Ruger. That's how far behind I am. I'm about 45 minutes behind. I'm just going to shoot to the bottom. Oh, everybody's saying Cash, Cash, Cash. Hey, look, Cash is on.
Cash.
Welcome, Cash. What'd they do? Finally let you off of work after we're only working 16 hours? All right. Let's see what else we got going there. How's the delivery box been down at the driveway? Beautiful.
Awesome.
It has worked out so good.
Yes.
No issues with the drivers. I mean, occasionally you get a big package that won't fit in it, but we tend to know all of our drivers. They'll call or they'll just leave it by the box or they'll try to hide it behind the fence. But with us having cameras down there and driveway alarms, I typically know immediately when somebody's on the property. But they started using it immediately. No issues finding it. No water has got in it. Not bother our packages. Highly recommend doing that.
Yeah, we get a lot of delivery, so it was really
Yes,
nice
we do.
not having the interruptions throughout the day with the dogs and having to worry about them. So
Or when I was out there skinny dipping in the pool, you know, that got really awkward a couple times with the FedEx driver once and the UPS guy the other time. That's a lie and a joke. All right. So Mr. Jimmy says, I just got done installing 2 hot water heaters. Hey, buddy, it's wrong time of year for a hot water heater. You don't need that. I mean, just let the water run out of your pumping well. It's already hot. It's already preheated.
yeah, ours is pretty hot.
Well, buddy, I'm sure you're burning up. You probably need a cold shower now is what you really need. Okay. Texas Homestead again. Oh, my goodness gracious.
He's on a roll today.
He is. Well, she, I don't know. Thank you so much. Well, I don't know. Learning to live Texas Homestead. He says, now that I'm a member, I want to see Andrew in a tattoo doing a belly flop. Oh, in a tutu. I was like, tattoo, tutu. Nah, that sounds like some OnlyFans stuff right there.
Yeah.
We're starting to get into, and as we mentioned earlier, I don't do OnlyFans.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah, I know what the heck. Oh, let's go on down here. Time for some cold drinks, Mr. Jimmy. Yes, sir. Have one for me, please. We're having to cut all that stuff out. So, Miss Kim, what's our email address? It's kelleyscountry@gmail.com, but don't forget Kelleys with an EY. Everybody forgets that. But if you'll look down the description on any video or this live stream, we always put our email down at the very bottom. Click on it, email me, and I'll make sure to get you that information tomorrow that you was looking for. Okay. Mikey, again, my goodness, Mikey, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mikey.
Yes. So he says, please remember the fireman, Corey. I didn't know the guy's name, but you're exactly right. Y'all don't forget people lost their lives last night. People were severely injured.
Yeah.
The news tends to focus on everything, but there's a family out there that's broken right now. So we for sure don't want to forget them. And you're exactly right. Their life was taken unnecessarily, and his families. And from what I remember, he was trying to protect his children that were there as well. So
reading
an
what
absolute
his daughter
hero.
wrote about him was so very sad. Yeah.
That's exactly right. So let's don't forget the real tragedy that happened there, y'all. What's he talking about? Oh, he said half pint side. Just bought one of them water fan AC gimmicks. I'm assuming you mean misting fan. That's a heck of a way to describe it right there. He says, I love it on the porch or in the shop. We love ours too. Although on super high humidity days, it doesn't work as well as on medium to lower humidity days. That's when misting and water really will cool you off. So Ashley says, what's for dinner?
Tonight?
Yeah.
I did baked, well, not baked. I seared some flounder and scallops for him and shrimp for me on the Blackstone, and then I made a cream sauce out of butter, a little bit of shaved Parmesan, some of the roasted garlic I made today, and a little bit of heavy cream.
And the garlic, I'm really weird on. We're allowed to have garlic season. I'm not so sure if we're supposed to have roasted garlic because it's see, she don't care.
I gotta have my garlic.
Happy wife, happy life.
Gotta have my garlic.
Yeah. So, and we won't eat like that too terribly often because we really need the fats and everything else and the nutrients from meat. No, I'm talking about the fish.
Yeah.
Although it gives us like good omega-3s and all, we do have to change it up.
Yeah. It was delicious though. Really
Yeah,
good.
it actually really was. I'm not missing the noodles that you'd have a meal and the bread and all the other stuff like I thought I would. Don't get me wrong. We get it done with a meal like that and there's some butter or something on your plate. We'll both look at each other and go, wish we had some bread to sop that up, but we don't. We are not doing the carb thing. It's completely out of our life.
Yeah.
Somebody said skinny dip and beefcake. Boy, the visual. That's why I bought 50 acres. I can be in the middle of it and do what I want, and that's a lie. I don't skinny dip at all. What a horrible sight.
Okay, so I guess we missed that.
Why? I didn't mean to miss it.
Yeah.
I sure did.
And
Adam,
then we
sorry.
missed two from Adam. Adam's in timeout.
Uh-oh. Did I really put him in timeout and that's why I can't see him? All right. So Adam, sorry.
Adam.
I've scrolled so fast, which this thing also shoots me to the bottom of the comment section and drives me crazy. But Adam says, thanks, Tiffany. I was checking him out. We see that right there, Adam. Actually, let's go to this fan funding tab. I can bring that up and make sure. I really want to make sure I didn't miss nobody. Oh, I did. Mikey up top said carnivore diet. Charlene is to butcher next week. Charlene, as in, I guess your pet cow. And he said, I already have a replacement calf. My goodness, sorry we missed that.
My goodness.
Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you.
We want to get us a Charlene too. Hopefully next year we can get us some cows and stuff out there. And then Adam is in timeout. Thank you so much, Adam. Apparently you were, because I didn't see nothing. Let me scroll up here. My goodness, y'all been on a roll tonight. That might be why I have missed some of these.
That, but thank you for letting us know, Adam.
And then there's Adam saying you're missing some donations. Got that one, Adam. Thank you so much.
Adam.
Truly appreciate you. And then let's go ahead and Miss Lee. That is unbelievably generous.
Oh, wow.
Tiffany's Sewing Room Fun. There goes me a new project. Yes. Thank y'all.
I need his help to help me get some of the stuff out of the attic. And then I got a table. I got my sewing machine already up there.
I want to get you some lights in that area too.
Got to do
it's a dungeon, you know.
Yep.
And we need to clean it up a little.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I got to put a lock on that door too whenever I need to get locked in up there.
It's not too big of a project.
Tiffany's doghouse. Thank you very much, Miss Lee. That was extremely generous.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let me go back over to the comments here. There is a tab I can click on that shows me fan funding, but it completely takes me away from the comments, so I don't click on it often. Sometimes it does shoot me past y'all's donation. Keep us honest. Make sure you show it. And then there's Cash with 10 memberships right there. Thank you so much, buddy. Y'all are being so stinking generous tonight. I don't know why I said stinking, but just one of them stupid words I say. I said that a while back in a video, and somebody was from overseas and doesn't understand our lingo and language. And they're like, I just don't understand why you would say
crap.
Stinking or something stinks, but you were talking about it in a good way. I was like, we just say really dumb stuff over here. Yeah. I was like, I don't really know how to explain it to you. We just say, I said it like stinking awesome. That's what I said. You know, we'll say stupid words, and it blew their mind. They're like,
confusing.
Why would you say something that stinks, but you're saying it's awesome? I was like, I really don't know how to say that. We've just been speaking wrong forever. Oh, okay. Let's scroll on down here. Let's see what we got. Sorry about that. I see you're missing. Got you, Adam. I'm reading. Sorry, no jumping in the pool tonight. We inside. Auburn Aviator. Oh no, buddy.
What?
He says I ordered my new EcoFlow and they sent me the wrong product. That's the first time I've ever heard that. And the aggravating thing is he's about to go on a camping trip in a few days, and that's what he wanted it for. That makes me mad for you. Things can happen, but I understand that's a horrible situation for you. What did he send you? Was it something better? Well, I'm guessing not. Email me. Let's discuss that. I know you're about to get out in a few days. I don't know if there's strings I can pull with anybody. We'll try to see if we can make something happen. I'll reach out to the one contact I have, but let me know what you got and get back to me. For sure, they're going to make that right. There's no doubt about that. Oh, what else we got going? Okay, I done caught that one. Done got that one. So Crystal Project Farm just did a review on those today. What was Crystal talking about? Because I love Project Farm. Oh, she's talking about the neck coolers. That's right. And I seen that video popped up today, but I did not have time to really watch any YouTube today because I've been doing a lot of work outside. I'm curious about those neck coolers myself, if they actually work. And I do love Project Farm's videos.
The guy, neck cooler.
It's like a little, basically, I don't know if you cool them down, but I think the ones he was doing has fans built into them. I don't know if you can freeze them as well, and it blows cool air on your neck. So we'll have to watch that because I'm really not too familiar with them. I'm reading. Billy says hello from Central Florida. Thanks for jumping on, Billy.
Hello.
Be sure to go back and watch because we're probably gonna be wrapping the live stream up here for long. We typically do about an hour, but we appreciate you jumping on, and we do allow these to play back, and we do every week every Sunday at 7 p.m. We typically are outside cooking, but Billy, it's 100-something degrees here in Florida. We're not cooking
And
outside
it's Ruger's
tonight.
fault.
And we've got a puppy dog over here that's still passed out. They're having to monitor after his surgery. Oh, goodness, Mr. Jimmy. Oh, okay. $6.50 for a gas water heater. If that's on demand, that's actually a pretty good price. Crazy how things got so pricey. And now if that's just standalone, I don't really know the prices on those. I've always did the on-demand ones, which are $650 to $1,000, but they're so worth it. Love our on-demand heaters. Saves big time on gas. Mr. Gray, thank you so much. So,
Thank you, Mr.
golly,
Gray.
y'all being so I like the way you worded that. You're being so generous tonight. He said the new Charlene fence fund.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna start calling that Charlene's pastor out there, but we got to get us some Charlene's. That's for sure. Especially, boy, do I wish we had those now that we're on carnivore.
Oh yeah.
If we had a full butchered cow that was raised of our own, that would
Yeah.
be perfect. We know exactly what's going in the meat, what we're
Mhm.
getting. That's ultimately where we want to get to. Mr. Gray, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fencing is a huge part of what we need. Ruger's over here talking in his sleep.
He's very verbal in his sleep today.
He reminds me of you back in the day. Goodness gracious, this woman used to be crazy in her sleep right here. But he literally, he'll start barking, running, growling. The day I brought him home from the
He
kennel,
was crying pretty hard
he was
today.
crying in his sleep. The day I
Yeah.
brought him home from the kennel, he was just having nightmares, I guess, and he was barking, I guess, at another dog in the kennel in his
Poor
dream.
fella.
He's had a rough week, y'all. But he's at home. He's doing better. Oh yeah,
Oh, he's running.
he's
now.
running now. Goodness gracious. She's snoring and growling. Let's see what else we got going here. Oh, I don't want to miss this. Mikey, thank you so very much. He says a new cow fund for that fence right behind Mr.
Thank
Gray
you,
there.
Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey. Golly, y'all been so kind and generous tonight. I appreciate y'all so much. All right, let's catch one more comment. We've been yakking over an hour now, and then we're going to wrap this up and take care of old Ruger here.
Yep, we got to feed him, give him his meds, and
It's a routine now. We got to
let him
give
run
him
around.
2 to 3 pills a day. Pain pills optional. Luckily, he's looking like he hasn't been needing it, but we have to do chicken and rice and mixing the food because that's guaranteed to make him eat. We can't give him the medicine on a empty stomach. That'll make him sick. He's been tolerating it really, really well.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good the last
Yeah.
couple of days. So we hope he's on the mend. He is so ready to go back to his normal routine, which is running, swimming.
He wants to run so
Yeah.
bad. We have to keep telling him, no. Don't tear yourself open. You can't go do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what else we got going. All right, one last comment. Where's it at? Which one is it? Everybody just talking about rain and neck coolers and everything else. My goodness, I'm up like 25 and I don't see an actual comment. What?
Well, no.
Oh, I thought somebody
Probably
put
isn't a question.
something smart.
No.
Where's the comment? Yeah, I'm scrolling up about 50.
Are you looking for a particular
Yeah, I'm just
comment?
looking for a question.
Oh, well, there might not be any.
Well, I guess we're going to wrap this thing up without answering one last question. All right, then we're going to answer this one. Pest Hunter Outdoors says, good night, everyone. Good question. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap this thing up. Y'all, we got members here, family that's in your thoughts and prayers. Our country absolutely needs your thoughts and prayers. And I'm not talking political decisiveness. We all need to come together. We're all Americans. I know we have a lot of people in here that aren't. The world needs to come together. We're human beings. We're people. We need to love one another. That's something we've always tried to preach and push on here. Let's do that. That's the best thing in crazy times like this. And let's reach out and help the people that are dealing with cancers and other problems here and that's lost loved ones and just has all kinds of stuff going on. At a certain point in your life, you're going to be dealing with some of that yourself, and you're going to want somebody to reach out to and talk with and just vent. And I know a lot of you are already doing that with each other. And we thank y'all so much for becoming friends and emailing and texting.
Yeah.
We hear about it all the time. We think that's awesome.
Such
Thank
a sweet
y'all.
community.
Yeah. Thank y'all for being a part of our lives. Thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. I think we'll be seeing you next Sunday. Lots of plans this week. I will make an announcement if not and let y'all know. Good night. God bless. Love one another. Y'all take care. We'll see you.
Bye.
Thank y'all so much for your generosity tonight, too. Y'all been
Yes, thank
amazing.
y'all so much.
All right. See y'all.